Hello, my name is Liammoz, and today I'm going to be showing you a bunch of medieval build tricks and tips. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Okay, maybe not like this. Before we start, just want to say that these are not only medieval build tricks and tips, they're also, well, they can also be used for other things, but they all work in a medieval style build, so yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with the cupboards or storage compartments, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, they're fairly simple. Just trapdoors and then barrels. I put two barrels here and one on the top. And I just put a little lantern for some light. Next one, I put bookshelves behind in the wall. So they're actually, yeah, in the wall. And then I put a barrel on this one. And this is actually two upside down barrels for extra storage. And then another lantern. I put lanterns on a lot of these because extra light, why not? So we've got a loom here on its side for an empty bookshelf, and then we have three more bookshelves. These are all in the wall. And then we have two barrels for storage here, and then trapdoors all around. You guys know how to do this. You don't need me to build it block for block. And I mean, unless you want me to. Like, I can. But you guys are smart. Come on, you can work that out. Next, we have stairs, two upside down stairs. Just here, and then, whoops, and then a lantern on top, and then trapdoors on the sides, and then in the wall we have two barrels, and then I just put signs here for some depth, and then planks and a pot with a plant in it. You can choose whatever plant you want. This one's a simple one. They're all really simple, just nice storage to have in your house. These all work for medieval. So here's two barrels. Surround it with trapdoors, put two in here, and then bookshelves in the wall. This one's super simple, just two barrels with trapdoors on the side. I don't know, you probably already knew how to do all of these, but this is good for a kitchen. You basically get a shovel, and then you can put out the fires, or you can use water. You could use water as well. And yeah, you put food, and it's like a storage, little food storage, good for your kitchen. Anything. It doesn't have to be used for medieval, but it works for medieval. So next we have beehives, because they look like drawers, so I use those as drawers. I mean, you can't really store anything in them because they're not barrels, but yeah. And then trapdoors on the sides, bookshelves in the middle, and a pot on top. All of these are super simple. Two upside down stairs facing into each other, bookshelves in the back, and then barrels on top, and then some trapdoors on the side, and a little lantern for some light. So yeah, this one I quite like. This one's a big one. So what we have here is we have a block, then stairs in the middle, another block, and then we have two trapdoors, two stairs, two more blocks on top, and then two barrels on the inside with some trapdoors underneath and some bookshelves behind. So yeah, now we're going to move on to the beds. So I didn't have very many bed designs, but for this, I mean, I'm sure you already know how to do this, but underneath you just put some banners, and they look like pillows. And then, yeah, and then you can do that. So here we have block, and then we go up three, and then we have just some gates in between to show some support, and then trapdoors on top. And then you can decorate it with banners, whatever. I even put chests on the end as like, because I mean, you have that on beds sometimes. And now this is like the bookshelf over here. I basically put this bookshelf behind. I mean, I did put barrels that way instead of putting blocks on the end, but it's basically the same bookshelf, and then you just use the same bed trick as that with like the, yeah. So it's basically the same as that bookshelf combined with this bed. So now we move on to a little bunk bed. This can be used for barracks, something like that. Yeah, just put signs, shift and put signs on the side, and then trapdoors here, and then another sign here. Two beds. I chose all red beds for this. I don't know why. I mean, it just looks. I don't know. Okay, here we have some stone brick walls on top of. Whoops. Okay. We have some stone brick walls on top, and then we have a anvil, and then trapdoors and lanterns. This is lighting, by the way. We've moved on to lighting. And then a barrel underneath, which, I mean, I don't know if you'll use it as storage or not, but it adds like a supported wood kind of look. I don't know. And then this is just the smaller version with one light. yeah, you can work it out. And then this one just got some chiseled stone bricks, and then stone brick wall, and then a fence, and then a hopper, then some slabs and lights. And this is the small version of that again. And now this is a cool trick. You use a lever and the new chains to make lights. You don't have to use lights for this, but I mean, yeah, you could hang something else off of that, but this is the lighting section, so put lanterns on it. It works. These look like candles. I quite like this design. You just use iron bars and then end rods on top, and you have some candles. Now, this is just a super simple chandelier. I don't even need to tell you guys how to build this, because, I mean, super simple. You probably already knew how to build all of these as soon as you saw them, but yeah, just gonna tell you guys anyways. So this is some kind of pulley, so you use this as like a pulley, and then, yeah, this pulls up the bucket. So you could use this for a well or something. Oh yeah, from now on, I just did random stuff. Like, these were all in categories, and then this is all just random tricks. So yeah, here's a table. You can put a sign on top of the lecterns to cover up the books on one side. However, you can't do it on the other, so you can choose if you want to put signs or not, and then you just put trapdoors on top. Next, we have some desk designs. These are basically the same, as just this one has a desk with 3 lecterns and a book on top, and then signs on the front, while this one has 2 blocks and then a lectern in the middle. And then this one also has like an item frame with a trapdoor in it, flipped around, and then 2 different signs to look like drawers. And then I just surrounded it in bookshelves. So yeah, you can choose whatever one you want. I think I personally prefer this one. But yeah, if you don't know this, you've been living under a rock. This is like known by everyone, I think. Log piles with rails on top. Yeah, it just looks like logs tied down. You can put these all around in your docks, you can put them anywhere basically. They look good. And then barrels, just add them everywhere. Come on, please. Add piles of barrels. They add tons of detail. And then if you want to make it look like you can use this for a market stall or something. You can put item frames and then put stuff inside it. It looks like the barrel is full of that, like berries, some sort of green stuff. And you can put whatever you want in it. Beehives you can also use as like boxes or crates of some kind. They're good for decorations. Yeah, and then you can mix them all together and you can get beehive, and then you can also get campfires and put them out as like wood, barrels, and then even chests, and it looks really good. And yeah, okay, so let's move on to the next thing. This is just a bird's nest. I mean, I know this has nothing to do with medieval, but it works for medieval, so you put an item frame and then an egg in it, and then you put some coral fans on top. Next, we have 2 toilet designs. One of them is a composter, and it looks like someone's done their business and hasn't flushed. And then this one is a smoker, and it looks like a pretty cool toilet. In my opinion, this one is, I like this one better than this one. So, yeah. Okay, moving on from the toilets, we're going on to a kitchen. Yes, 2 lovely things to have next to each other, toilets and kitchens, but under here we have a campfire under a smoker. It just gives some more life. So yeah, you can do that. Cauldron, barrels facing upwards. They good cabinet. I mean good countertops, and then on top you can just put barrels like sideways with trapdoors in between. It looks pretty good. And yeah, oh yeah, also use a tripwire hook or a lever, and it looks like a tap. Now your house can sometimes have really bland walls that look all the same. To break it up a bit, you can put some fence posts, and then you can just get your leaves. And this trick I do all the time. It just looks, it adds some more character, and it's just a bush on the edge. It covers up the bland wall, so yeah, that can always be good. If you have a window, just put some trapdoors on the outside. That's super simple. Looks like shutters. And then don't use full glass blocks, please use glass panes. I usually use white ones as well, so yep. And this is another design that looks good on windows. you just use a slab and a trapdoor, and then some fences in between, and it's a pretty good design for your window. I use it on some of my windows on the houses over that way. But yeah, so another thing you can do is you can just put a trapdoor underneath, and it's like a little plant holder, and then you grab yourself some leaves and you put some leaves on it. It looks like a bit of an overgrown bush. Yeah, just it adds some more details to your builds. Another thing you can use the lever and the chains for is you can use it as like a bed or a seat of some kind. This could be like a jail bed or a seat. Yeah, so, and then the final design we have is a bird cage. So you're just using your scaffolding and your chains and a trapdoor, some fences, and a barrel, and there you have yourself a bird cage. I must admit, it's quite hard to get your parrot sitting inside the bird cage. It takes a very long time to get him in there. It took me a couple minutes. Anyways, I just had to do this. I had to. So yeah, it just looks so funny. This is my favorite song probably, alongside Chirp. Yes, I know I have a very wide music variety, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, goodbye.